is trainable, and it does not require a gym, equipment, or risky movements. In fact, orthopedic research consistently shows that simple supported balance challenge. Most people believe balance is something you either have or you lose. They think it fades quietly with age. That wobble when you turn, that hesitation before the stairs, that moment when your foot doesn't land exactly where you expect it. But here's the clinical truth. Balance doesn't disappear suddenly. It erodes predictably, measurably, and for specific biological reasons after the age of 60. And most advice you've been given only addresses part of the problem. Let me explain. In my clinic, I often meet patients in their 70s, sometimes their 80s, who say the same thing. "Doctor, I'm still strong. I walk every day, but I don't trust my balance anymore." They're not weak, they're not lazy, and they're not broken. They've been misled. A 2019 study from the University of Pittsburgh, Department of Rehabilitation Science, followed adults over 65. They found that balance reaction time declined by nearly 40% within 10 years, even in people who stayed physically active. Walking alone did not stop it. Why? Because balance is not just strength, and it is not just movement. Balance is a neuromuscular system, muscles, nerves, joints, and the brain working together in milliseconds. After 60, that system changes. We call this process age-related proprioceptive decline. That simply means your body becomes slower at sensing where it is in space. Your ankles respond later. Your hips correct more slowly. Your brain receives delayed information. And when that delay reaches a certain threshold, falls happen. Not because you're careless, but because the system wasn't trained correctly. Here's the part most people never hear. Passive activity, like casual walking or light stretching, maintains circulation, but it does not retrain balance reactions. That's why people who stay active can still lose confidence. Now, here's the reassuring part. This decline is manageable, it is trainable, and it does not require a gym, equipment, or risky movements. In fact, orthopedic research consistently shows that simple supported balance challenges, done correctly, restore reaction speed, joint control, and confidence far more effectively than complex workouts. And one of the most powerful balance exercises I prescribe to my own patients is often ignored because it looks too simple. We'll start with that one. Later, I'll show you the movement most doctors save for last, the one that directly trains your body to catch itself before a fall. You'll find all study links in the description. Before we begin, share with us in the comments your age and your biggest physical challenge right now. We read and reply to every single comment. Before we move on, one brief medical note. If you've had a recent joint replacement, severe vertigo, or a neurological condition affecting balance, these movements should be done only with support and medical clearance. Now, let's begin. Exercise number 1. Supported single-leg weight shift. Most people believe balance training starts with standing on one leg without holding anything. That's a mistake. This exercise is often ignored because it doesn't look impressive, but clinically, it retrains the exact system that fails first with age. Here's what's working inside your body. The primary muscles involved are the gluteus medius, the peroneal muscles of the ankle, and the deep hip stabilizers. These muscles control side-to-side stability the moment when your body shifts weight unexpectedly. This is the moment when most falls begin. When these muscles weaken, the pelvis drops slightly, the ankle reacts late, and the brain receives delayed feedback. A 2020 study from McMaster University's Department of Kinesiology showed that older adults who trained controlled weight shifting improved balance reaction speed by 34% in just 8 weeks, even without strength training. Now let me show you how to do this safely. Stand beside a chair or kitchen counter, one hand resting lightly, not gripping, feet hip-width apart. Slowly shift your weight onto your right leg. Not fast, not leaning, just allow the left foot to become lighter until only the toes touch the floor. Hold for 3 seconds. You should feel the side of your hip and ankle working. Effort, not pain. Then slowly return to center. Now switch sides. We're not rushing this. Balance is trained through control, not speed. Do 5 repetitions per side, 2 rounds. As this becomes easier, your progression is simple. Reduce how much you rely on your hand, not remove it completely. Orthopedic surgeons recommend this movement because it restores load acceptance, the body's ability to trust one leg at a time. This directly improves standing from a chair, turning while walking, recovering balance when bumped. Now let's move to exercise number 2. This one looks familiar, but the way we do it makes all the difference. Exercise number 2, heel-to-toe supported walk. This exercise is underestimated because people think it's just walking. It's not. This retrains the ankle-to-brain communication loop. The primary muscles involved are the tibialis anterior, calf complex, and the intrinsic foot stabilizers. These muscles send constant information to your nervous system about ground position. With age, that signal weakens. A 2018 study from the University of Sydney Balance Research Group found that heel-to-toe walking improved dynamic balance and reduced fall risk indicators by up to 29% in adults over 70. Here's how to do it properly. Stand near a counter or wall. Place one foot directly in front of the other, heel touching toe. Eyes forward, one hand lightly supported. Hold this position for 2 seconds. Then step forward slowly, placing the next heel directly in front of the toes again. Think of moving along an invisible straight line. Take 6 to 8 slow steps. Rest. Repeat once more. If this feels challenging, good. That means your nervous system is learning. If it feels easy, reduce hand pressure, not speed. This movement improves walking confidence, directional control, balance during turns. Now, before we continue, if you've been enjoying the videos so far, hit that like button so more seniors can see it, and subscribe. We've got more powerful senior health tips videos coming every day, and you don't want to miss the next one. In the next exercise, we'll move higher up the body, to the hips and trunk, where balance failures often originate without warning, and this one surprises even active seniors. Let's continue with exercise number 3. This is where balance training begins to protect you before you consciously react. Exercise number 3. Sit to stand with controlled descent. Most people think standing up from a chair is about leg strength. Clinically, it's about balance control during transition. This exercise is often underestimated because everyone already stands up every day, but very few people control the way they sit back down. The primary muscles involved are the quadriceps, gluteus maximus, and the deep abdominal stabilizers. Together, they control your center of mass as it moves forward and downward. With age, this control weakens. That's why falls often happen near chairs, toilets, or beds. A 2021 study from Karolinska Institute in Sweden showed that older adults who trained slow sit-to-stand transitions improved postural stability by 35% and reduced near-fall incidents significantly. Here's how to do it safely. Sit on a firm chair, feet slightly behind your knees, hands resting lightly on the armrests or thighs. Lean forward just enough to bring your nose over your toes. Stand up smoothly. Now the important part. Slowly sit back down over 4 seconds. Resist gravity. You should feel your thighs and hips working controlled. Do 6 repetitions, 2 sets. As this becomes easier, slow the descent further, not the standing phase. Orthopedic surgeons emphasize this movement because it trains eccentric control, the ability to decelerate your body. That skill alone prevents countless falls. Now we move to exercise number 4. This one addresses a balance system most people never train directly. Exercise number 4. Supported hip clock. This exercise is ignored because it looks unfamiliar, but it trains multidirectional balance, which is essential for daily life. The primary muscles involved are the hip rotators, gluteus medius, and lumbar stabilizers. These muscles control balance when you reach, twist, or turn unexpectedly. When they weaken, the body stiffens, and stiff bodies fall harder. A 2017 study from Queen's University School of Rehabilitation Therapy found that multidirectional hip training improved postural stability by over 40% and reduced near-fall incidents significantly. Here's how to perform it safely. Stand behind a chair, both hands resting lightly. Imagine a clock on the floor under one foot. Keeping your weight on your left leg, gently tap your right foot forward, 12 o'clock. Return to center. Tap to the side, 3 o'clock. Return. Tap slightly back, 6 o'clock. Each tap is slow and deliberate. Do 1 round per leg. Rest. Repeat if comfortable. As you progress, reduce hand pressure or increase the reach distance slightly. This movement restores directional control, which protects you during real-world movements like turning, stepping around objects, or catching yourself. Now we arrive at exercise number 5. This is the one most people never expect. Exercise number 5. Eyes forward, head turn, balance hold. This exercise is powerful because it retrains sensory integration, how your eyes, inner ear, and muscles work together. Most balance losses happen when the head moves while the body is standing. The primary systems involved are the vestibular system, cervical stabilizers, and postural muscles. With age, the brain becomes slower at integrating these signals. A 2020 study from the University of Otago Balance Research Center showed that gentle head-turn balance training improved stability during movement by 31% in older adults. Here's how to do it safely. Stand near a counter, feet hip-width apart, hands lightly supported. Fix your eyes on a point straight ahead. Slowly turn your head to the right, then back to center, then to the left and back. The body stays still. Move slowly. Do this for 20 seconds. Rest. Repeat once. As this becomes easier, narrow your stance slightly, not the speed. Orthopedic specialists recommend this movement because it trains real-world balance, not artificial positions. Turning, looking, reorienting. Now you've trained your ankles, hips, trunk, and sensory system together. In the final section, I'll tie these 5 movements into a simple weekly plan and explain why 5 minutes really is enough. Let's take a moment to bring everything together. What you've just done is not a workout, and it's not fitness. It's targeted balance rehabilitation, the same principles we use in orthopedic and fall prevention clinics. The first exercise retrained how your body accepts weight on one leg, the foundation of balance. The second restored ankle-to-brain communication, essential for walking stability. The third improved control during transitions, where falls most often occur. The fourth rebuilt multi-directional hip control, protecting you during turns and reaches. And the final movement retrained sensory coordination, helping your body stay steady when your head and eyes move. Together, these 5 movements address every major balance system that declines with age, not through intensity, but through precision. Here's what matters most. You do not need long sessions. You do not need equipment. You do not need to train every day. 5 minutes, a few days per week, gradual progression. That is enough. Orthopedic research consistently shows that targeted resistance and balance challenges applied briefly and consistently preserve independence far better than long, unfocused activity. Balance is not about being fearless, it's about being prepared. When your muscles respond on time, when your joints sense position clearly, when your brain trusts the information it receives, confidence returns naturally. You move more freely, you hesitate less, and independence stays intact. If you're wondering where to start, choose one exercise from today and do it well. Then add another. Consistency always beats complexity. Before we close, I'd like to hear from you. Which exercise will you start with first? Tell us in the comments. We read and reply to everyone. And if you'd like calm, science-backed guidance like this to protect your mobility and independence in the years ahead, consider subscribing to the channel. No pressure, just steady support for active longevity. Take care of your balance, and it will take care of you.